let's do some FLL. So this is lesson 76. Pause me if you need to go find it. I'm just going to keep going. You can tell I got really dressed up for you today. I'm in my sweatpants and one of Grant's t-shirts and just a big headband. So I think as these weeks keep going by, I'm just going to get grosser and grosser for you. You're seeing the real Mrs. Perry. Now I feel sorry for you. Okay, lesson 76. This is comparative and superlative adverbs. So we talked about comparative and superlative adjectives, and now we're talking about adverbs. Remember the difference between an adjective and an adverb. Adjective describes nouns and pronouns. Adverbs describe adjectives, verbs, or other adverbs. So they describe different things. Usually adverbs end in ly, right? But they don't have to, but oftentimes they do. So adverbs can tell how. So how do trucks transport goods across the country? They could transport steadily, they could transport quickly, noisily, rapidly. They could transport in all sorts of different ways. Adverbs can tell when. When will the delivery truck arrive at the supermarket? Could arrive late, could arrive tomorrow, could arrive today. Those are all adverbs that tell when. Adverbs can tell where. Where will the driver park? He will park there, he'll park nearby, he'll park close, he'll park anywhere. Those are adverbs that tell where. Adverbs can also tell how often. So how often does the truck driver deliver goods? I want to pretend this is Mr. Smeedema. So how often does Mr. Smeedema deliver goods? He delivers weekly, often, regularly. Those are all adverbs that tell how often. Then adverbs can also tell to what extent. So these are ones that we can kind of memorize or think about. They're usually to with two O's, so T-O-O, to, very, really, quite, rather, so, slightly, and extremely. These adverbs typically describe adjectives or other adverbs, so not verbs. So after a long cross-country trip, to what extent do you think Mr. Smeedema was tired? He was very tired. He was too tired. He was so tired. He was slightly tired. He was extremely tired. He was quite tired. Those are adverbs that tell to what extent. So you already know that adverbs can tell how. Trains carry goods to their destination fast. But how do they carry goods to their destination? Fast. That's our adverb. But imagine you have 3 different ways to transport goods. They can transport goods fast, and so you have 3 different ways. Let's say, well, it gives us the 3 in exercise 1. With a train, with a delivery truck, and with an airplane. They all transport goods fast. So how can we tell them apart? Well, we can use comparatives and superlatives, right? So trains can carry goods fast. Delivery trucks can carry goods to their destination faster. And airplanes can carry goods fastest. So our comparative is faster, faster than the train, faster. And our superlative is fastest. So we're comparing the different speeds of the 3 ways and using adverbs to differentiate, to show the difference between how fast these different ways can transport goods. Okay, so look at the adverbs in bold print. These adjectives compare the 3 modes of transportation. We're talking about adverbs. They all carry goods fast, but delivery trucks carry goods faster than trains, and airplanes carry goods fastest of all of them. So now let's look at exercise 2 and pay close attention to the adverbs in bold print. Helicopters fly high. Cargo planes fly higher. Jetliners fly highest. So high, higher, highest. The horse-drawn cart from Ireland will arrive late. The ox-drawn cart from India will arrive later. The farmer pushing the wheelbarrow from China will arrive the latest. So late, later, latest. A scuba driver dives deep. A military submarine dives deeper. And the small submarine, the treest, dives the deepest. Do y'all know the Latin word for sad? I bet it's close to treest. Quick Google search will tell me. Pause our FLL lesson here to do some Latin digging. Latin for sad. Oh, nope. It's nowhere close. Well, I see 3. Miserabilis. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right. Pullus. And tristis. So tristis, pretty close. I only thought that because in Spanish I think triste is sad. Maybe I'm wrong, but not a good name for a submarine. Anyway, okay. Adverbs like higher, later, and deeper are called comparative because they compare 2 things. Just like comparative adjectives, comparative adverbs usually end in er. Adverbs that end in est are called superlative, highest, latest, and deepest. Usually comparative adverbs end in er, and superlative adjectives adverbs end in est. But there's some comparative and superlative adverbs that don't follow the regular pattern. We're going to look at the irregular ones in exercise 3. So irregular, comparative, and superlative adverbs. So let's look at the adverb, and then it's comparative, and then it's superlative. Well, I'm well. Nolan's better. Got Nolan on the brain. And, oh, well, that's not any... Jesus is best. Got him. Okay. So, I'm well, Nolan's better, and Jesus is best. Okay, now we have badly. I slept badly. The dog slept worse. And the cat slept worst. That's sad. Little. I have little patience. Mrs. Trunchbull has less patience. And, ooh, who's that really mean teacher in Harry Potter? Oh, she's so bad. What's her name? You all know her name. I don't know her name. Oh, she's so bad. Oh, Professor Umbridge, maybe? She has the least amount of patience. So little, less, least. I love you much. Your parents love you more. And Jesus loves you most. That one was easy. Okay, now let's look at exercise 4. For each set of sentences, we're going to fill in the correct comparative and superlative adjectives. So we'll do one together, and then I'll set you loose, and we'll meet back up in exercise 5. So number 1, private jets cost much to build. Supersonic airliners cost more to build. And spacecraft cost the most to build. So do 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Pause me. And I'm going on to exercise 5. So in exercise 5, we're going to be diagramming 3 sentences containing comparative and superlative adverbs. I'll help you with the first one, and then you can do 2 and 3 on your own. So let's look at number 1. Some country lanes were built straight. Okay, some country lanes were built straight. Let's find our verbs. Here I'll give you a hint. We have two verbs. One's a helping verb, one's an action verb. So that is were is our helping verb, built is our action verb. So put that on your verb line. Were built. What were built? Lanes. So lanes is our subject. Lanes were built. Then we have two things that describe lanes. One is, well, I think they're both adjectives. Maybe some is an adverb. In fact, that probably makes sense. Some, well, I don't know. Some. Yeah, that's an ad. No, it can't be an adverb because adverbs don't describe nouns. Silly me. It's an adjective. So some and country describe lanes. So those go on your two slanted lines below the subject lanes. And how were they built? They were built straight. That's an adverb. Were built straight. So straight is written on the slanted line below were built. I'll let you do 2 and 3 on your own. Have a parent look over them, and have a good rest of your day.